Good evening. We've been through this before. Every time it's been given a catchy name like Top Hat or Top Kill, and all previous attempts to kill this oil well in the Gulf have failed. The cap on it now is temporary, but this next mission is designed to plug it and kill it even before those relief wells bore all the way through. And while it would only be good news to stop it for good, the folks in the Gulf want everybody to remember that water is still full of oil. We begin tonight again with NBC's Ann Thompson in Venice, Louisiana. Ann, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. This well has one more test to pass, an injection test. Crews are going to try to see if they can force the oil back down through the well pipe and into the reservoir. And if the answer is yes, then static kills should begin tomorrow. At the leak site, preparations are underway to kill the Macondo well. The rig that once burned off the oil tomorrow will try to force it deep under the sea floor.
That's a Q4000, and so they will deliver the lethal injection, if you will, the static kill. And in its heavy mud that'll be pumped down into the Deepwater Horizon well casing.
Once again, the pressure inside the well is crucial.
What you want is the pressure to slowly decrease until it becomes zero in the well. That means the amount of mud is equal to the pressure being pushed up. But if it stops somewhere short of that, that means we may have a problem with the integrity of the casing of the wellbore.
And that would mean big trouble again for the Gulf. Although there is almost no oil visible on the surface out here at the leak site, no one is resting easy until that relief well is finished.
So they were been trying to pick up all these small tar balls in here.
Over the weekend, touring oil-stained Plaquemines Parish, BP's Doug Suttles defended the unprecedented amounts of dispersant used to break up the oil.
The EPA and others asked us to do everything we could to minimize those volumes. We worked closely with them to do it, and the volumes did go down.
Today, the EPA released a new study showing dispersants mixed with Louisiana crude so far are no more toxic than the oil itself. Oil that has traumatized much of this region's economy and much of its wildlife.
I have not seen any evidence, any data that has shown wildlife sickened or killed because of dispersants.
Short-term good news, but the long-term impacts, like so much in this crisis, are still unknown. Now, just a few minutes ago, the federal government released the latest flow rate estimate, and it says that when this spill happened way back on April 20th, the well started leaking at a rate of 62,000 barrels of oil a day. By the time the well was capped on July 15th, it was down to 53,000 barrels a day. And, Brian, overall, that means 4.9 million barrels of oil flowed into the Gulf. Brian?
Continues to be an unbelievable disaster. Ann Thompson in Venice, Louisiana tonight. Will stay on it.